Right, I've been in the car since before the snow. So let's see if it goes. Good morning. It's Wednesday, and as you can see, the car hasn't been too affected. Well, hasn't been affected by the snow. Why should it, I suppose? Yeah, get a big shop. Sort of getting the essentials. Get things like cornflakes and milk. The variety. I'm getting fed up with toast and bread and just cheese. So much so that the last 2 nights I've been ordering takeouts. I thought, no, I've got to go back to my old diet of cereals, biscuits and sandwiches. The time now is 9:30 in the morning. The car seems to be okay. There's no warning lights on the dashboard, and I can't sense any performance issues, so all seems to be well so far. There's that sports centre I mentioned in Monday's video, which I uploaded yesterday. The thing is, I may be in the rush hour here, so it could be interesting. Loud sometimes. I must have seen at least 3 films yesterday. The first being Cary Grant, Alfred Hitchcock, To Catch a Thief. The second one was the Stanley Baker, Michael Caine, Zulu, and the third and final was the Tom Cruise, Val Kilmer, Top Gun. And they were all enjoyable in their own way. When I go back, I've got A Kind of Loving with Alan Bates, Also, Out of Sight with George Clooney and Jennifer Lopez in a Steven Soderbergh film. Soderbergh being one of my most favourite, well, I think he is my favourite director. And what else is there? Oh yes, Jeff Bridges, my favourite actor. One of my most favourite actors. In Crazy Heart, for which he won the Oscar. And also, I think there was a third one. But I can't remember what it was. It'll come to me, I'm sure. What is it? Oh yes, John Carpenter film, made in 1978, starring Jamie Lee Curtis, and one of the most iconic horror films, and it's called Halloween. I wonder if I can. This is tricky, isn't it? I wonder if I can. Well, I'm behind a dust cart at the moment, so I can't. I don't know if I can get around to this. Oops. Yes, I can. So there you go. I've got 4 films. I haven't checked my shows, which is a folder on the Virgin Media TiVo box. So there could be more films on there. I don't know if I mentioned this, but a couple of weeks ago there was a day when the Clingers came. On that day, Virgin came to upgrade my TiVo. So I've got this brand new TiVo box. It's smaller. It seems to be very, very fast on the navigation side of things. For example, when I access YouTube, it's almost immediate. Whereas before there was a lag. Anyway, this new TiVo box meant I had to recreate all my wish lists. And I forgot to include one on Sky Arts called Discovering, and then you insert the name of the actor or film star. And I thought it was pretty cool. When I've been looking at my shows folder of late, I thought it was pretty strange that there was no recordings, because it's on every day. Every day there's a recorded thing. Of course I have to delete most of them because I've seen them. And so I added a new wish list for it, and it's set to record one on Robert Redford and Leslie Caron. I think there was a third one, but I can't recall where it is. controls smaller as well. However, they've made the cursor that controls the play and the pause and the stop and the rewind, they've made it like the arrows, the arrow keys. They're both circular, so I'm finding myself pressing the wrong circular navigation button to get things done, and then I have to realise it's the wrong one. But I'll get used to that. Right, I'm near Sidcup station now. I thought I'd go the shop route, you know, it's more interesting than the motorway. It's longer and slower, but you want a day out as well. Now these students who are about to pass on my right, they're probably going to the Rose Bruford School of Acting, and they've just come from, it's likely that they've just come from their digs here, just here. Of course, Gary Oldman, he's arguably the most famous exponent of that school, and as you probably know by now, he picked up the Best Actor award at the Oscars this year. In fact, on Sunday in America and Monday in the UK, which I stayed up to watch, as you probably saw in the last video, or the video before last. It's 10 o'clock and I've arrived. So, see you later. Hello. It's 25 past 11 and I'm about to leave the Tesco car park. I think being snowbound for a week has gone to my head because I've done a real shop today. I even got some extras like cheesecakes and ice cream and chocolate bars, because I just fancy a bit of, you know, sometimes when you're watching a film and you want something to snack on, there's nothing there. So I went a bit mad today. That's how it goes. I had a call from the neighbour when I was there, thinking I was still in my street, and I wasn't. Obviously I was in Tesco, and he was going to go for a walk. He invited me out for a long walk because he was going to his doctor's, but unfortunately I was here. So I said to him, maybe another time, maybe tomorrow, maybe this evening. I think it's going to be tomorrow. I think he's going to see somebody today, So we're gonna iron out the details later, and tomorrow we should meet up, maybe go for a walk. It's supposed to be, it does rain, but it's not heavy rain, and it's stopped now. So as long as we wear a hood and it's not mad rain, then I don't see why we shouldn't go for a walk. Right, I better go, and I'll see you later. there's that dust cart again. Hi, I'm back now, and as you can see I've got a few bags of shopping today, this week. I'm also going to bring in the blue bin to the drive from the curb, and then I will close these doors, unpack, get out of this clobber and have a breakfast. I haven't had any breakfast yet. I did all this on a whim this morning. Right, so I keep looking out because my peripheral vision is on the street and you never know who might be. It's just distracting. So yeah, I suppose you're wondering what the takeouts were. I think you knew one of them, which was the kebab, fries and hummus. And yesterday's one was just a pizza. It was a 10-inch pizza and it cost £10 as well. But it was very nice. It was a pepperoni special. But it was very nice. Right, I see you in the mo. The time now is actually just gone 12. Yeah, just gone 12. I took a slow journey back. I mean, it takes about 20 to half an hour normally. But going through the town, through Sidcup Town and Eltham Town, Eltham High Street. Then there's the halfway street, which is Sidcup / Blackfen. Then you've got Sidcup High Street itself. Anyway, I'm rambling on and I'll see you shortly or later. First bag's done. 3 more to go. Very interesting. That's it. All the bags are empty. And this is what I got today. Whoa. A week's worth of groceries. Couldn't get any chocolate digestives, so I have to make do with this. It's just as appetizing. I got a sweet pickle as opposed to the sandwich one because there's something about the sandwich one that leaves a bitter aftertaste. So I'm going to try this one, and if this is the same, then I'll have to go back to. I'll have to get. Say it slowly, Stephen. Deep breath. And if this is the same, and it has a bitter aftertaste, then I'll have no option but to get Branston pickle. I love beans on toast so much. And I miss having garlic sausage. What's interesting is I can't believe I'm actually going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to have 5 fruits a day. Took me long enough. Right, need to get those bags into the car, or the boot of the car where it belongs. That's not a shopping bag, that's my car bag. It's got my logbook and stuff in it, so that doesn't belong in the car, that belongs in the house. Right, let's put this in the boot. Sometimes shutting the porch door sounds like the theme tune to a very famous blockbuster, probably the very first blockbuster. See what you think. What do you think? Listen to it again. Yes, does it sound familiar? One more time. Give up? Jaws. Listen. Right. Time to take this off and have some breakfast. Oops. Right, got my coat off. Just run a comb through my bonnet. And then I need to put the shopping away. And then I'll sit down to a nice bowl of cornflakes and muesli. Oh, I haven't had butter for about a week. I haven't had milk for about a week. Right, I'm going to put this all away in 5 seconds. Starting now. Finished. Okay, 10 seconds. Right. Oh, my hair. That's the next bit. There we go. So this shopping business is true when they say it's therapeutic. I've noticed today I've used a couple of big words. Breakfast. I was bringing a tray in and this pint of grapefruit juice slid from here to here without spilling a drop. Oh my goodness. Almost defeated the object of having a tray. What's on telly? World at One. Right, let's see what's on my TiVo My Shows folder. Oh, Death in Paradise. Oh yes. Kind of loving. Oh, Field of Dreams. Kevin Costner recorded that deliberately. Or was it Lauren Hardy? Oh, I've seen that one. That is funny. That's the one where he's in this like a haunted house, and of course Laurel gets a nightshirt on a lampshade all tangled up. And of course, when Laurel moves, it moves this nightshirt, and of course when Hardy sees it, he grabs it and falls down the stairs. And the way they filmed it is so funny. You have to see it. And University Challenge and Only Connect on Monday yet to see, and today being a Wednesday, I'm behind on that. Oh yeah, remember I've deliberately recorded this one because it's a Wes Anderson film and I like Edward Norton. I think Wes Anderson did Hotel Budapest, which was quite showy, quite glamorous to watch. Didn't know exactly what the plot was, but it was very well produced, had high production values. I'll go through those. I've probably seen them all. Ah, Stanley Baker. I've seen that. Oh, Luther, good. I've probably seen those. Depends what series it is. I think I'm still watching series 3. Let me see. Series 2. I think I've seen these. Ah, here we go. Discovering film, as I was saying earlier. Alright, I've seen Hepburn, Stewart, Gable, Davis, Douglas, Lauren, Hayworth, Kelly, Hepburn. Have I seen Brando? I think I've seen Brando. But there's a new one coming soon, probably tomorrow on Thursdays, and it's Robert Redford. And there was another film I recorded, The Sentinel, yeah. Now, that's a horror film, but I recorded because it stars Eli Wallach. He's the one who played the Mexican in The Good, the Bad and the Ugly. The one who stole the film from Clint Eastwood and Lee Van Cleef, in my humble opinion. Alright, I think I'll go onto the Now channel and let me see. Let's go to Now. And what's good about this is, if I click on movies, let's look at the recently added. Because I was pleasantly surprised to see Baby Driver the other day, which I saw. And that's it really. I don't think these are like straight to videos. These other ones, these unheard ones. And the moment The Mummy, when I took out the free trial on the 22nd, I think, or 21st. Straight the next day, The Mummy appeared as a new entry, and I watched that straight away. I saw that at the cinema anyway because it's part of this universal universe called the Dark Universe, where there's going to be a series of films featuring classic universal horror monsters like The Mummy, as in this one, The Invisible Man, Jekyll and Hyde, Frankenstein's Bride, The Wolfman, and The Creature from the Black Lagoon, and of course Dracula himself. But The Mummy performed so badly at the box office and critically that it's thrown the whole Dark Universe series into a rethink, I think. A rethink, I think. Anyway, going back to Now TV, and if I go back a page, sorry, here we go. I go to my TV. This is where my favorites or watch list is. So I'm going to watch that late in the evening. I think that's a film for unwinding too. That one I have to watch, and of course that's really good as well. That's good fun, and I like Jeff Bridges. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to watch A Kind of Loving with Alan Bates. Get it out the way. Where is it? On my Virgin. Oops, where is it? Oops, I'm using the wrong control. I've got two controls here. Here we go. And we're off and running. This is not it, obviously. Here we go. I'll catch you later. I'll have it during my breakfast. Or I'll watch it during my breakfast. Right. I've had my breakfast. I also had a cup of coffee. And I haven't edited yesterday's video yet. And I'm still watching A Kind of Loving. So I'm going to stop now. I think it's about 2:30. 10 to 3. And I haven't edited yesterday's video yet. So I'm going to stop the film and get cracking on yesterday's video. Right, I've just moved all the files from the phone to the flash drive and I'm ready to start editing. But I picked up a little magazine, NME magazine you may have seen earlier, that I found in Tesco. Tesco have these. There's also a local paper called the Bexley Times and yesterday's Evening Standard, are all free. But the NME one, I noticed on the front cover it says downsizing, and I thought this is interesting. I could read this because I'm going through a house move at the moment, from a house to an apartment. So I'm really interested in downsizing. So I'm leafing, while the files were being transferred over, I was leafing through this little magazine. And then, but I couldn't find the article. So I went back to the front, to the cover. And then it had a tagline underneath it. Go small to have it all. And that struck me weird. Then I looked underneath. And I saw this symbol here, Paramount Movies, and of course I realised that's Matt Damon, and this is the film called Downsizing. It's got nothing to do with downsizing itself. I know it's dark, but it's only 6:10. Spring is starting to blossom. Right. I think the bin men have been, I can almost certainly hear them. And if they've been, I'm going to bring the bins into the garden while it's reasonably light. I've got a funny feeling that they're in the road, but they haven't reached my end yet. I'll have a quick look now. I'll also turn the lights on. I think they've been. Let's have a look. No, they haven't been yet. No, I don't think they've been yet. Right, I'll pull the curtains. Ooh, just went into the buffet. That's better. Now, why am I coming here? Oh, I always put the porch light on. As you saw on the laptop, I was working on yesterday's video, and well, I've sort of edited it all together, and all I need to do now is just add the titles and export it. So maybe in about half an hour's time I'll do that. Right, it crashed on me, and I've heard the dust cart go by. So while the laptop reboots, I'll bring the bins in from the curbside to the garden.
Strange news is come to town. Strange news is carried. Strange news flies up and down that my love is married. I wish them both much joy, though they can't hear me. And may God reward him well for the slighting of me.
Put the bins in. I went to collect the blacktop bin, and it disappeared. It was in next door's drive, as per usual. So yeah, they're all in now for another week. So I've locked up the back and the front. I can stay indoors now for the rest of the evening and resume with the edit. Just top and tailing it now, adding text as I said before, and then it'll be ready for upload. It's nearly 7:30 now, so hopefully around the 7:45 mark it should be exporting. It's 8:30 and I just kicked off the export for yesterday's video, and while it's doing that, I just noticed that the recharge button, the recharge light has just come on, or the battery low icon has appeared. What was I saying? Right, while it's uploading, exporting, I'm going to have a cup of coffee, a hot cross bun, and an orange, and watch the rest of A Kind of Loving. I know I said previously that whenever you have a meal, like a breakfast, and you're watching something while you're having your meal, and then you finish the meal, and then you've got the dilemma of having to sit through the rest of the program and then start something after that. But in this case, a kind of loving, I decided to. I think I had a cup of coffee, and what was it I had with the kind of loving? Oh, breakfast. I had my breakfast. It was a late breakfast when I came back from Tesco. So when I finished my breakfast, that was it. I finished my coffee. Then I stopped the film and got onto the edit. That's how long ago it was. So why did I mention that? So now that's why. So I've stopped watching a kind of loving, and now I'm going to watch the rest of it while this exports.